Watching the split here. Oh, wow. We see Civilized Gentlemen, almost all of them, all four go heading straight over to Farpoint over at mine, even the Guardian.
Interesting. They actually let Ultima go through and try to keep the point neutral from Higgs Resistant, but over here on the other side, like you said, we do have them pushing mine pretty hardcore, so I guess they're just going to let them have keep.
Yeah, it does look like it. We do still have two over here for Maiden Meta to defend over.
Yeah, Moby's taking down pretty easy here. There is the time warp down, and actually do get the Frenzy Stomp there, taking it out pretty quickly here. There's kind of an all-in gamble there.
Yeah, I feel like that was a little bit of an overcommitment.
Well, I mean, it was good. I mean, they let them have mid, and Higgs Resistance over here keeping this point neutral right now. So as long as they can keep that neutral, they got that mine. So the
portal up.
Point caps are even.
Where did he take that portal to? Do not see him. Either way, we do see very even start. Both teams managed to capture one capture point. Maiden Meta grabs middle. Civilized Gentlemen grabs their far point. We do see Henge activity. It looks like Helseth is on point. Might be able to capture it.
Yeah, so TCG going for a side point strategy here. They're just going to ignore mid as much as they can, leaving Danto on mine by himself right now. He actually gets taken down pretty quickly by the three Maiden Meta players.
Seeing some activity over here on the beach, very far away from points. Does look like Civilized Gentlemen does have control of... Oh, actually, they do lose mine over there. It looks like Maiden Meta has... What do we see? Moby, Azani, as well as Soldaris over here against Hixer-Systism.
Hixer-System. Looks like he did try to come in here, but he actually got taken down off point, so he did misform onto the point, but he's going to go down right now, so they're actually going to get that full cap there for Maiden Meta. It's going to be 2 points up for Maiden Meta, and one for TCG, but they actually have Ultima over here right now trying to contest it. Helseth versus actually, Ultima gets taken down almost immediately by I Will Vanish. Or I Vanish, You Wipe, rather?
Going for the mob over here. It looks like, yeah, Maiden Meta is trying to steal the enemy Svanir. Looks like they're going to successfully take it, grabbing 25 more points towards their lead.
I'm so bad at the map thing here, my goodness. Alright.
It does look like, actually, Civilized Gentlemen managed to grab Chieftain. So they each team grabs one mob, which adds 25 points to each team. Each team score. Yeah,
25 points. It gives a buff for a minute 30, which gives you plus 40 to all stats. Those bosses will be back up in 3 minutes.
We see both teams actually making up towards the backside of the keep. We saw Maiden Meta actually had a little bit of a stealth play to let the other team think that they were coming into an empty point, but they are very ready for it. Do see... Oh, Portal is down. It looks like they're heading back towards Henge, towards the safety of it. Oh man, looks like Ultima is back there alone. Yeah, that's a pretty good bet. It looks like Ultima versus Hixer-System over here at the far point. Still at mid, it does look like Sam is very comfortable holding this against the Civilized Gentlemen. In fact, Civilized Gentlemen does lose their only point there. It does look like Maiden Meta is off to an early lead here.
Yeah, definitely asserting that early dominance here. Looks like they're getting chunked down pretty hardcore in mid here for TCG right now. Looks like their entire team is... I think Helseth is going to go down here just momentarily. He's got a lot of condies on him right now. Actually, not too much, but he does get taken down right there. Denchi's down, Vanish is down, Danto's down.
3 down
Helseth is down. Actually, all 4 of them. The only one up right now is Hixer-System, who's currently fighting 1v1 versus Ultima. I'm assuming we're probably going to see a push in over here from MIM to try to get this point decapped, or capped in their favor, rather. That's actually going to... If they can get over here soon enough, that's actually going to put them in a rough spot.
Yeah. What do you picture?
Actually, it looks like they're pushing towards mine to try to keep that home point in their favor. So I'm not sure exactly what TCG... Actually, it looks like TCG is pushing back over to Henge. So it kind of looks like they just miss each other.
Yeah,
here.
They do want that. Yeah. So it looks like there are 4 over here at Henge. Forces Maiden Meta's Elementalist off the point. What is he doing over here? He's just kind of oh, he is heading back towards backside keep. But there still are 3 over here at Henge. For Civilized Gentlemen, they really need to team up and make something happen at one of their far points, as Maiden Meta is taking this game away right now.
It looks like we're seeing a 4-man push from TCG back over to possibly mine.
Let me see Shadow Refuge. No,
I'm waiting for it. Looks like they're having a little indecision here.
He doesn't even have a Shadow Refuge equipped.
Splitting up quite a bit here. Alright, so Hixer-System and Denchi and Vanish moving over to mine. They're going to try to take out Azani as quick as they can. See if they land up some burst on him. Looks like they have Denchi here for guarding here as well.
There is a portal ready for Maiden Meta, but it looks like they are going to reinforce this. You see Soldaris and Moby way out in the middle of them, gets immediately downed.
That's a big play for TCG. If they can get Moby stomped out, actually, yeah, if they get Moby stomped out, it's going to put them in a really good advantage for TCG right now.
They're heading right over to the point. We see Thief for Civilized Gentleman being the focus fire here. Gets knocked off point.
Something to know, Vanish has no cooldowns up right now. He's got absolutely nothing up at the moment. Actually, he does get the, looks like he got some friendly healing up there. And they actually do get Azani down in the interim here. Actually, that's pretty great team play by TCG, keeping Vanish up as long as they could.
Absolutely. We do see it looks like blue team is going to be taking control of this.
Yeah, it looks like MIM is going to try to dip out as fast as they can here. They kind of over committed at that point and actually kind of got punished for it.
A little bit, just a little bit.
Losing the even fights.
Mm-hmm.
Right,
we do see both forest monsters have spawned. It looks like Civilized Gentleman is going to go for spawn here. And they actually have both exterior capture points. So they are on their way back into this game, currently down by about 115 points, but they did manage to get a forest monster kill, adding 25 to it. And they, as I said, they currently hold 2 capture points, so they have a chance of making their way back into this game as long as they keep hold of these 2 capture points.
And Danto currently fighting 1v2 over here on Henge. He actually had an amazing immune, rather. Was able to heal himself up just a little bit, but he actually did go down in the end here. He was fighting a Thief and an Engineer. I think Engineer is pretty much the weak spot of the Guardians right now.
Yeah, it does look like Maiden and Meta is going to be neutralizing both exterior points for him. However, we do see Hixer Siston actually back over here to keep contested state on this point over here against Maubi.
Vanish did get mowed out there, and it actually looks like they tried to train him down there, and actually did get him down here, so Zani's is probably just going to bleed him as long as he can. He's going to leave him there. He leaves the clone on him. He's just going to try to do as much damage as he can, as quick as possible, and he's going to leave him there. Coming back over here to Mine, we have Helseth versus Ultima.
Helseth down. It does look like they are going to res him back up. Looking at the point, we do see reinforcements coming from Civilized Gentlemen. They have to make this point get in their favor, or the game is just going to be too far lost.
Yeah, they're really having a hard time holding on these points right now, and they absolutely to get this game tied up, they need to neutralize the other points and they need to get some points going for themselves. Right now, they're just dead in the water. They're not getting anything at the moment. They're getting some kills, but it's not quite enough. Obviously, you get one for every time you get a kill, you get 5 points. It's not going to tie it up.
Yeah, we did see Civilized Gentleman grab the Forest Monster not just a few minutes ago, and we actually see that Maiden Meta doesn't even need to grab their monster. We see they still have 2 points, but Civilized Gentleman is about to grab the 3rd point. But currently, Maiden Meta only needs about 65 points, and they win this first round. Really, all of the responsibility right now, all of the go-to is on Civilized Gentleman to make this happen.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not really sure I see it in their future right now.
I
think Maiden Meta is feeling pretty confident at the moment here. They've got a 200-point lead on them right now. They'd have to make some crazy plays. They'd have to get all the bosses that are going to spawn. They have one up currently. No one's really going for it. It's not really crucial right now. They need to get the decaps first. They need to make sure before they can worry about getting points, they need to make sure that they can prevent MIM from getting points.
Absolutely. Because this is they do manage to neutralize 1 point, but it's just going to be too little too late. They need less than 30 points, about 25 points, and Maiden Meta is going to be taking this first round.
They were doing pretty good in mid against MIM Sam, but actually looks like they have a hard time following up here. He did use his immune, was able to avoid a lot of the damage there. Looks like I'm not sure. His heal's going to come up before I think he goes down here. He should just momentarily. Actually, he does not get the heal off in time. They could get him. Actually, they pop the illusion of life on him. Not a bad idea. They want to keep this neutralized as long as possible. The only one gaining points right now is going to be TCG. They do have the 1 point, but they are losing. We did just see Maubi
actually snag a kill on Hixer Siston, adding 5 more points to him, and they're actually about to capture this. This is going to be enough points for them as long as Maubi holds on to this point.
Yeah, that's going to be game with the cap on Henge.
Good game. First round goes towards Maiden Meta.
Yeah, like I said, some teams are better at some maps than others. We're just going to go ahead and chalk it up to that one. I would like to see TCG come back.
Well, we saw the same exact thing happen when they were playing against Team Paradigm.
True story. That is very true. I'd like to see it come to a 3rd round. And I think, historically, at least the old version of TCG, when they had Lowell and Freds, was very strong on Foefire. I don't know if that was because they had the Warrior, which is actually, I think Warrior is actually great on that map. They have a ton of mobility, and they're able to come into a team fight late and just absolutely spike someone down almost instantly. And all the cleave damage that the Warrior does when they do that is just going to punish everyone around them trying to res. So definitely. I don't know if that was attributed to their old team format or their team comp with Freds and Lowell, but again, this is historically goes in their favor on this map. So I'm kind of interested to see how it goes.
Yeah, absolutely. The experience in it never hurts. It's never a bad thing. It definitely helps to have more experience with this particular team, but as these teams are showing today, you know, it doesn't necessarily have to be the most experienced team that is going to be winning. I think Team Paradigm is probably one of the most experienced teams that we have in Guild Wars 2, and we saw Civilized Gentlemen take them out in the semifinals, and then we see Maiden Meta, who we didn't even get to see last Sunday, so this is definitely an interesting second set here. I feel like Civilized Gentlemen has a very good chance of taking it back, or taking it into the third round here.
I would hope so. I would hope so. I definitely don't think they've come this far just to give it up to a 2-0 loss, or a 0-2 rather, I guess, in the final round.
Exactly, yeah. Absolutely.
I know a lot of these teams have been playing together for a very long time, and they're looking to start winning these tournaments that are popping up. You know, the cash prizes may not be the most robust cash prizes you've ever seen in an online game, but they are the beginning. This is the beginning, and they want to get these titles under their belts at least.
Absolutely, and these are, for the most part, player-ran events. So when we see, you know, bigger corporations come into this and be like, we really like what this game has to offer. You know, who knows? Maybe one day we'll see Guild Wars 2 at MLG. I don't want to say it, but
who knows? I think that's far off in the future. Let's focus on the current times.
Yes, that's Masters of the Mist final here.
Yes.
All right, so we do see this starting here. Watching the split. It does look like the Civilized Gentleman is sending 2 towards mid, Guardian Ellie. The rest of them are heading all towards their close. It looks like main meta almost had, 4 of 5 actually all went close, preparing for that monster Zerg from Civilized Gentleman to their far. And it looks like there is going to be a meetup here at mid.
Yeah, they did lose the Shadow Refuge on that one. Oh, actually, looks like they get a Moa out here on Danto. We're going to try to burst Danto down inside this Moa, but he's actually doing a pretty good job of kiting out of the point here.
Can't quite get that focus burst. Ooh, Soldaris gets dropped, but he does use the evade to survive just a little bit longer. Can they get the spike? They gets Telly off of the spike.
Does not look like Azani is going to try to res him up here. I think they're just going to let him go down.
Yeah.
Not a bad decision.
We do see the focus target being Hixer Assistant on the Civilized Gentleman here at mid. Oh, Denchi, a real quick swap to Denchi. He portals, it looks like he portaled once or twice. I didn't quite get to see.
Yeah, it looks like they actually swapped out. Hixer Assistant actually swapped out and went to Waterfall and is now fighting Ultima 1v1 on mid, or pardon me, on Waterfall, and they came back and swapped into mid, rather. Goodness,
okay.
tongue twister.
Yeah, we do see Maiden Meta actually in control of 1 capture point, while other 2 are actually neutral, slowly taking early lead here. Not quite too much. Civilized Gentleman does have 21 points on the board, so they aren't being completely shut out, but it does look like Maiden Meta, especially with that group res there, great, well-versed communication there.
Yeah, a lot of cooldowns blown for that. They did blow the Illusion of Life and the Shadow Refuge for that. I think it's fine. I think as long as they can live here, they actually do get the full rally, so I think it was definitely worth it. And they're definitely getting the damage on Danto. They cleave Danto out.
200 health, 60 down.
Oh goodness! Actually, looks like Denchi's coming in for the stomp here on Moby. Actually, looks like he gets zoned off of that. He's not going to go for it. He does get the stealth on him. Looks like Denchi does go down. And it looks like Azani is going to go back and check in on home point. Let's check on Soldaris here.
Holding on to the point for every single second. Even if you're downed on a point, you still contest it. It looks like it looks like Maiden Meta is taking an early lead here.
Yeah, Soldaris opted not to go in and help Ultima, even though he's fighting 1v2 versus Lord Helseth and Hixer Assistant, actually now, and Danto. Looks like Ultima's probably just going to disengage here and try to get out as fast as he can. He does have his blink up. There he goes. Pops the blink. He's going to pop his red lightning here in 5 seconds or so. But I think he's actually going to get out no problem anyways, even without it. I think he's good there.
We do see, it looks like Civilized Gentleman preparing to mount an attack on midpoint here, standing right above the ground, all kind of getting ready for this team launch.
Yeah, definitely playing very reactionary right now. They're kind of waiting to see where TCG goes. Are they going to go into mid, or are they going to try to go to the side point? I think TCG needs to split them up at this point and try to get some even 2v2s, maybe even 3v3s going on.
I would agree. It does look like there's going to be a fight off the point here. It does. Wouldn't get down and res already? Very quick. We see currently Maiden Meta has a 100-point lead with 2 capture points.
Looks like they're tunneling. Fighting off point right there actually was probably a pretty good decision on TCG's part. They're able to eliminate Sam from participating in the fight. They're able to get Moby down, but they did burn the Shadow Refuge to try to keep him up. They're actually probably going to... Yeah, they burst down Azani here as well, so TCG's actually in a good spot to push towards Quarry and get that decapped.
Yeah, they're definitely pushing towards it. I feel like... Well, they probably will now. Probably be able to take it now.
As long as Helseth can keep Waterfall, I think they're in a pretty good spot and start catching up on some of the points here.
We'll see what Maiden Meta's response is here.
Actually, TCG is gonna need to help out Helseth really quick here. He's actually got an HGH engineer coming in. It's going to be pretty painful for him versus Ultima and the engineer. As you can see, Helseth is already taking a ton of damage here. That's not gonna happen. That's not gonna go long for Helseth here.
He's doing a very good job of evading the burst, though.
Looks like we do have well, actually, Denshi and Danto actually did make it in on the point here. So it looks like they're actually going to zone him off here. So they actually do have a 2-cap advantage here, and they're actually pushing Moby and Ultima off the point.
And I see Helseth, I want to say it was Helseth laid down a portal, so we can keep that in mind. It looks like he is heading towards mid, but with the portal down, at any point he can head back and defend that.
They do land the immob on Moby, but they don't actually have enough damage to get him down here. Looks like the Guardian came and popped off some heals, so Moby's doing an awesome job at getting out of here. They're just pushing so hard trying to get him down, they just can't do it. Hicks Assistant actually goes down over here on Quarry, it looks like.
Actually gets spiked, yeah.
So they're going to have another 2-cap advantage here. MMIM is actually zoning Denshi off fairly well. Looks like, is it just Denshi? Yeah, just Denshi's being zoned off. Actually looks like we have Danto and Vanish coming in behind them as well. They need to get some of these guys off here.
We see the 3 here in between the points. They're definitely doing a really good job of covering both locations when needed. It does look like Civilized Gentleman is... we did get Illusion of Life. Malby, he's got 15 seconds to make something happen here. We do see 2 down for Civilized Gentleman. Oh, I'm sorry, 1. It looks like Wish the Thief actually did manage to get killed. We see Mr. Danto down, as well as Denshi. Both on point. Both get killed. 10 points, 15 really, including the 3rd, added towards Maiden Meta's point, currently doubling the score.
Yeah, the thing is, since MIM has mid, they're gonna be able to rotate a lot quicker. They're playing very reactionary, like we mentioned before. So they're just gonna sit and watch mid, and they're gonna watch their home point. They're not gonna try to pushing into Waterfall at all. There's no reason for them to do that.
Yeah, don't risk it.
No reason to risk it.
Absolutely, they're doing a very good job holding these 2 points. Maiden Meta playing a fantastic job, playing safe. And it looks like it looks like Civilized. Yeah, it looks like they're mounting something here. Looks like Helseth is coming up from above, but he is just holding, just making sure that they don't have any sneaky capture points over here on their 1 point. Is he laying down a portal? Oh yeah, he's getting ready to lay down a portal. Actually, heading in to reinforce midpoint. They absolutely have to grab midpoint or sneak a back capture if Civilized Gentleman wants to make their way back into this. This is the 2nd round. If Maiden Meta wins this, this will be the finals. This will be it.
Like I mentioned before, Maiden Meta is definitely playing for 2 points right now, but TCG, to bring themselves back into this game, is going to have to play 3 points. They're going to have to get a neutron mid, and they're also going to have to get a neut on the far point as well.
They're too far gone, yeah.
I mean, they're not even in position at this point to even attempt the Lord Rush. There would just be no point. They don't have... Basically, you need to have 350 points under your belt minimum to even attempt the Lord, just because that's the minimum amount you need to be able to make it worth your while. A lot of times when you go for Lord, what the enemy team's going to do is just cap all the points that you had capped before you went in for it.
We did see Helseth use his mass, his time warp elite, but it just didn't help quite enough here at mid. He actually does get the portal out just in time. Oh, and portal's right back immediately back into the middle here. He does want to make something happen. It looks like are they capturing? Are they back capping?
No, Waterfall's a pretty even fight here. Looks like we have Hicks System versus Ultima.
He's tornadoing off the point.
Yeah, trying to get Hicks System on. Let's see, Hicks Assistant is having a hard time here. He actually already popped his Armor of Earth, so he has no stability for this. Let's move back over here to Denshi. Denshi does go down here. Looks like he's going to get rezzed up, or should hopefully get rezzed up here. Actually, looks like they come off the res.
Civilized Gentleman actually has a little illusion of life currently as well. The Thief is under the effects. He is just about to go down. Can't make anything happen in time. He gets down. Moby for Maiden Meta goes down as well. Looks like Soldaris is about to get killed. Yes, he is killed, rezzing the Thief over here. It looks like Thief for Civilized Gentleman is still being, he's still really low, but he is out of combat, gets his res or his heal back up. heads on over to their point. They need to make something happen. Maiden Meta needs just a little over 50 points, and they win this tournament.
Looks like they funneled on Azani there pretty hardcore. They got him down pretty quickly. Looks like they're going to go off of this pretty quick here and try to get a decap on mid. They're going to need to get it right away. I don't think that they're going to have any exceptional cooldowns to try to burst Sam down.
Oh, and let alone knock him off point.
Yeah, that's, again, we talked about this like last weekend. One of the big differences between EU and NA is that a lot of the Guardians play like a debunkering build, whereas in EU, they're all very bunker. Just hardcore, just staying on point, doing as much as they can to stay alive and support the teams as much as possible. In NA, you'll see a lot of Guardians run Hammer trying to get the other Guardian off point and try to get it decapped. Just interesting the difference between the two the Guardian playstyles in different regions of the world.
Yeah, absolutely. We see Vanish You Wipe, the Thief for Civilized Gentleman, just about to go down right off midpoint.
Ooh, actually loses the little 1v1, the mini 1v1 versus Soldaris. I don't know if that was a fair 1v1, I can't exactly say that, but
gets a spike regardless.
Yeah, it does lose that little engagement there.
20 more points for Maiden Meta to win this tournament, folks. Are we going to be seeing a 2-0 for our finals?
I think we're seeing 2-0. Already seeing the GG well played called out in chat. That was kind of anticlimactic. That
Only slightly. But on a good note, it is very nice that we get to see completely new finalists this tourney. It was definitely exciting to see some new team compositions as well as new completely players join us. So it does look like we're about to see Maiden Meta hold on to this point, bringing it to the finals. And it looks like
that's it.
Good game.
That is it. So yeah,
good game.
Maiden Meta. One of the admins mentioned that no one had predicted Maiden Meta for the finalists, for actually winning the tournament. With all those tweets that went out, not a single person had picked Maiden Meta. So I guess it's sort of an upset, but it was a very decisive upset.
Yeah, indeed it was.
Like,